So I'm going to be talking about Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark. And do you know why this is a rivalry? Is it a rivalry between two players of even levels? No. Is this a rivalry between two teams that are rivalries? No. Is this a media manufactured rivalry? Yeah. Is this rivalry being pushed to no end by one player? Yeah. Like, Caitlin Clark has literally not mentioned Angel Reese. I'm trying to count off the top of my head the amount of times Caitlin has mentioned Angel Reese. Caitlin has mentioned Angel Reese to say that the "you can't see me" was just trash talk and shouldn't be made a bigger deal than that publicly. She's mentioned Angel Reese to talk about how good she is at rebounding, and mentioned Angel Reese playing like an all-star. I think there is less. I genuinely think Caitlin Clark has mentioned Angel Reese less than 5 times. Angel Reese has mentioned Caitlin Clark on every single one of her podcasts. She's 5 episodes in. Caitlin Clark has been mentioned on every one of her podcasts. And she literally, that's people are calling it the Angel Reese podcast featuring Caitlin Clark. She gets mentioned that much. So now it's the wildest fan encounter. There is absolutely no way that this is a person's wildest fan encounter. I've had worse things said to me in person by fans than this. And I can guarantee you Angel Reese has heard 10 times worse things than this. And 10 times worse things than I've even heard. This is like nothing. This is like nothing. Sorry. If this is your only fan encounter, fine. But this is Angel Reese. I know for a fact Angel Reese has had some... Angel Reese should probably need security. There are genuinely unhinged people that dislike Angel Reese. And apparently this is her wildest fan encounter. Why? Why is this her wildest fan encounter? Because, she gets another chance to bring up Caitlin Clark.
Sometimes I be busy, I can't sign everything. Mm-hmm. One man was he was like, that's why you not rookie of the year. That's why you not... And that white girl is better than you. I'm like... Okay, you wanted me to sign your thing and now you don't like me no more? People be so mad and they be I be wanting to take a picture with you, but baby, I can't. You obligated to take the picture.
She's going out of her way. And that's what's really kind of annoying, where it's all the time it's why are people making this a rivalry? It's not a rivalry on the court anymore. It's not a rivalry off the court. It's I'm just trying to think. It's it's the KSI Dan TDM rivalry. Dan TDM, tweeted one thing negative about KSI, and KSI has made sure no matter what, everything is being brought back to Dan TDM. Everything is being brought back to Dan TDM. Every tweet he mentions Dan TDM. Because everyone knows, he'll get more traction on those tweets. Hate pays. And the reality is that that's what Angel Reese is doing. She knows what she's doing. She's smart. She's smart. And the amount of people saying, people profiting off the stuff Angel Reese is doing off the floor while telling her to stick with basketball. It's I will never tell her to stick to basketball. I will tell her that basketball should always be the main priority, and if she can do everything, and that, if she can't keep up with the basketball stuff because of the other stuff, she should stop. But if she can continue to do all the basketball stuff, there's 24 hours in a day. If you're working out every day, and this is what people don't understand. If you are working out every single day, work out you can work out. You're not going to gain much between working out 2.5 hours a day. You have an 8-month off season. If you're working out every day, the difference between working out 2 hours a day, 2 hours a day on the court, 40 minutes in the weight room, versus 5 hours on the court and 2 hours in the weight room is that much. So as long as the working out is consistent, I don't really care. But Angel Reese try not to mention Caitlin Clark challenge. Level impossible. Fan was being honest. Clark is better. Clark's just way better. There's it's the gap between LeBron and Josh Smith. It's not even a debate. Angel Reese is closer to... I'm trying to think what power forwards. Angel Reese is closer to Naz Hillman than she is to Caitlin Clark as a player. There's that much of a gap. Caitlin Clark is, without question, if you have her any lower than 5 as the best players in the world, you're crazy. If you have Angel Reese any higher than 20, you're crazy. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's the only reason for people being oh, this is a rivalry, this is Magic versus Bird. No, this is Magic versus Danny Ainge. This is if Danny Ainge got drafted with Magic Johnson, or Larry Bird versus, I don't know who was in that same rookie class. I'm just gonna pick a random player from the 80s. It's like Larry Bird versus John Sally. Like, it's like there's levels. There's levels to it. So yeah, like, it's not a rivalry on the court. It's not even a rivalry off the court. It is now becoming one player who can't shut up about another player. We have to be real. That's what this has now become. This has now become one player who just can't shut up about another player while the other player is just golfing. She's just playing golf. Heck, Caitlin Clark even shared like her own hype. She even shared her own hype video on TikTok, which is very, very rare. Which is a very, very rare thing we see from Caitlin Clark. But for people being like, oh, Caitlin Clark, she knows how good she is. Of course she knows how good she is. Have you watched Caitlin Clark play basketball? Like, there are very few players in the W that have as much confidence in their game as Caitlin Clark does. Like, I can guarantee you Caitlin Clark thought she was the best player in the world when she was at Iowa too. But yeah, that's just something we have to talk about, where it's like, now Angel Reese just cannot stop talking about Caitlin Clark. It's not a rivalry. It hasn't been a rivalry for a long time, especially when Caitlin Clark had 31 and 12. She set her career high with 5 minutes to go in the game, got subbed out with 5 minutes to go, but at that stage, Angel Reese needed 5 more points for her double-double. So she came in against the third stringers and demanded the ball in every single possession. And yeah, great job. Like, Angel Reese posting up Grace Berger. I think she got her 10th point on Victoria Saxton. The funniest part about it all is that she had 2 free throws to get the double-double and missed them both. Like, that was when the rivalry ended. When Angel Reese was the 4th best player on her team in a night where they lost by 30. And Caitlin Clark had 31 and 12 and could have easily went for 40 if she wanted to. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, we got to talk about it because at the end of the day, news is news. And if Angel Reese keeps not shutting up about Caitlin Clark, it's going to continue to be news. Should it be news? Probably not. Probably not, but it is. It is. And the reality is the people are going to keep listening to it. And you know what? I'm like, WNBA finals could end tonight. This channel could be dead tomorrow. So, yeah, I need to milk the most out of it while I can, while things are still going pretty okay. So anyway, yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? Are you the voter that voted Angel Reese better than Caitlin Clark? Let us know. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.